war,
education,
finance,
science.
religion.
There are many issues,
questions, and problems that the world's smartest scholars ponder every single day. But where do you go if you have first world problems?
Welcome to First World Answers. I'm Mike Goodpasser. This is Keith Evans. We have all the answers to all your problems.
True.
The problem you have today. What's worse? A prop comic or a puppet comic? Jeff Dunham or Carrot Top? Would you rather hear some puppet say a whole bunch of nonsense and people laugh because they're saying stuff that the guy obviously wouldn't say without the puppet in his hand? Or it wouldn't be as funny because for some reason a goofy little puppet saying vulgar and stupid stuff is funny? Or would you rather see somebody pull out like a magnet with a chick on it and say, "Hey, look, chick magnet"?
Are we judging it in the terms of what's better right now? Are we comparing the prop comics of past and today to the puppet comics of past and today? Or are we just
I think we're going with just
contemplating
today.
the concepts?
The concept and maybe today, because I mean ventriloquism has always been more respected because it sounds cool. Ventriloquism. It's there's
science.
There's an actual scientific word for it. There's no scientific word for prop comic.
Here's my thing.
Prop mimic.
Both of them have a very good amount of cheese to them.
That's the thing.
With prop comedy, I have seen some prop comedy that's funny, and
Like what?
actually,
Gallagher?
the one that comes out of my mind is Carrot Top post steroids, or after he started doing them. Remember the Snoop Dogg roast?
Yeah.
Carrot Top was on there. His set was actually funny, and it was more edgier than the Carrot Top that he was doing before. Now,
There's a twist though.
Okay.
That I don't think either one of us really considered. Would a magician comic be considered a prop comic because they are using props for their comedy, like Penn and Teller or The Amazing Jonathan?
no, I think the magic is a totally separate thing.
But it's props. They're using
Yeah,
that as
but I mean,
part of
technically,
their
a
comedy.
puppet is a prop.
That's the thing too.
But yeah, I think it's different.
Yeah.
What I was saying that to the effect of, I've never actually seen a
Ventriloquist
puppet
that was
comic
funny.
that made me laugh, unless I was a child, I guess.
Yeah.
But also, in reverse of that, on the other side of the spectrum, I feel like there's a lot more potential
with prop.
in making a puppet comic funny than a prop comic. I feel like
I think there's more creativity to go with a prop though, because with the ventriloquist, you have a set thing. You have a puppet, and you have to make that puppet funny.
right.
And you can work back and forth off the puppet. You can it's like basically your comedy duo, but you're controlling the other piece of it.
Yeah, I've
But
never
with
seen.
prop comic though, you have to actually create something from scratch, a new prop to make it work.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see a puppet comic
That can do props.
troupe, in a way. There's a comic who doesn't act with puppets who are controlled by other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could be more. That has more potential to be more funny because it's almost like an improv group,
But wouldn't
but
that
with
be more?
a.
Then that would turn the puppet into a prop.
Yeah, I mean the puppet is technically a prop, but when we're talking props, we're just talking about inanimate objects
Yeah.
that don't actually are supposed to have any life to them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
They're not a character, so
right.
to speak. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm
wait, what was the question? What's worse or what's best?
What's worse?
Okay. I am going to go with prop comic just
Even worse?
because Yes, because I feel like okay, here's a wild card. In comedy itself, like not just stand up, but also like sketch comedy, TV shows.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a TV show that was just prop comedy?
Yes.
What?
Whose Line Is It Anyway has pretty much for the most part will use prop comedy for improv.
Okay. But I feel like I've enjoyed more puppet comedy shows. Sifo and Ollie, love that show. Those are puppets doing comedy. That's
Yeah.
solidly funny.
But then there's
There's
also
been
stuff
other
like
ones too.
prank caller, prank yankers. Kind of
Oh
at
yeah,
the other end of the
they
spectrum
were
of
they were they were funny. Like they had their run. Like they probably went
yeah,
on too long. Like they probably should have just been a season of it and
maybe a
then
couple
that's it.
specials. I think.
Yeah. Like, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot you could do. Then you can get weird and like use different type of puppets.
Like
Like
Jeff,
you have your sock puppets
Jeff,
instead of
Jeff
having
Dahmer.
the traditional
Yeah,
wooden thing. Like you have your like sock puppets, or you can have. Nobody has ever delved into like real like serious comedy with marionettes. I think that could be interesting. Shadow puppets. Nobody's done shadow puppets. Shadow puppet comedy. But I would say prop comedy because I like the potential. As a comic, I'm looking at it what I would possibly want to do more if I had to pick between the two, and I think I
mm.
would pick puppet comedy,
I'm going
and
for
I would try
what
to
I
do
have to
something
watch
innovative with
more.
it.
Puppets are creepy.
Puppets are creepy.
Puppets are creepy. So,
Clowns are creepy.
what was a puppet clown?
Puppet is just a toy.
A creepy toy.
Just a toy.
Puppets are creepy. I'm gonna go with puppets being worse, and I'd rather see a prop comic based on stuff like Whose Line Is It Anyway and the creativity aspect of it. Like I said, you're creating something from nothing. You're not just sticking with one platform of using another character.
True.
So
True.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
What about you? Would you rather see a puppet or a prop?